Hello everyone, and today I'm giving you my review of Hitman Agent 47. And essentially in this movie, it's basically a retreading or another feeble attempt to bring a video game movie back this year. And, video game movies are usually very difficult to pull off, and almost none of the time they don't work. The only exception that comes to my mind is Wreck-It Ralph, and that wasn't even based off a real video game. Okay, granted that movie's not original, it's not original, but at least it was trying to do something different, and it at least succeeded, and that movie was actually really, really good. So you may ask, how was the new Agent 47, even though I was kind of hyped from the trailer? Boys, this movie suck. It is pretty bad. Dare I say it's shit. Not said it's shit. Bye. No. It's there's more that I want to say. Instead of Timothy Oliphant, how we got back in 2007, we got Rupert Friend in the role of Agent 47 of Hitman. And in this movie, he needs to escape this just jail hell type of place, and needs to get to this girl who has problems with something with the dialect of her own father, and something related with Zachary Quinto's character, and creating this kind of this big mass weapon or something. And the story is both convoluted, it's very confusing, and it doesn't keep a strong narrative focus all the way through. It doesn't even attempt. There's a couple times where it seems like it doesn't even care or respect the audience that it has. It really seems like it doesn't. There's almost where it feels kind of repetitive of what they do within the story. It feels like they gotta drive it into your head of how pretentiously smart it is trying to become. And there's so many things to don't like about this movie. The first thing I will say is this: Rupert Friend, he wasn't bad. I will say that. Is he better than Timothy Oliphant? No, I prefer Timothy Oliphant. Timothy Oliphant actually looked a bit more in this, Rupert Friend's version in here has a much more cheek structure, kind of like that, coming down, and the head isn't completely bald. It's grizzled shave, so it's not completely 100% completely shaved, and that the print on the back of his head, the broad coat thing, that was meant to be a tattoo. In this movie, it's essentially a sticker. How fucking pathetic. Granted, I don't own any of the Hitman games, and my knowledge of Hitman only goes this far, really, and that's really not that far. I've only played a little bit of the games at a friend's house, and oh my god, the simple things I know about Hitman, literally, I will admit, I don't know shit about Hitman, except the way he looks, because that is pretty damn good. And there's certain simplistic things, the simple character traits, even though he has very little to none, and that's understandable to a certain degree. Rupert Friend, not bad for the choice. He's actually not bad. And I will say about 50% of the action in this movie is entertaining at most. That's all I can really say. Because this movie is big fat pile of crap. Is it worse than Pixar, Taken 3, or better yet, Fantastic Four? No. Nowhere near as bad as those movies. But it's still pretty bad. The writing is terrible, the setup is bad, the story is so fucking convoluted, the way, literally, after you see a movie, the more you think about it, the more it tends to fall apart. It's wait, that doesn't make much sense. Reflecting on it, analyzing, thinking about it, and it kind of just crumbles underneath it. The writing is terrible. It's really, really bad. It's unbelievably bad. and as a moderate fan, like not the biggest, but I do like the games. As a moderate fan, or timid of a fan, wow, do they fuck up the character? Like, if someone like me is getting kind of upset about this, I can't imagine what the hardcore fans would think about this movie. It's just insane of how badly you can fuck up the story for a video game adaptation. Guess what? Video game stories, they were meant to be simple. They were meant to follow. Guess what the number one rule is in video games? Get from point A to point B. Simple as that. But no, in this movie, it's like point A, point B, here, then here, and it's like, gets very convoluted and very heavy-handed, and I'm just like, shit, I thought it was gonna follow me for a moment. That'd be funny if I recorded it. Sorry. There's a lot of moments in this movie where you feel just the unbelievable stupidity of what was going through these writers' heads, and I'm willing to call them out for their stupidity and what they've done terribly wrong in this movie. The effects. Some shots of I will say that. There's like I would say about 20% of the shots of the CG. Fairly not bad. But the rest of the movie of the CG, holy shit, are they bad. They make Super Mario 64 from 1998 and 97, that video game, they make that movie look like fucking Gravity. Just, holy Christ, could they fuck up the CG? Like, seriously, it is unreal of how bad it is at times. Like, granted, how I said before, there's a few shots here and there that'll be like, okay, not bad, but the rest of the CG at the time is so unforgivably bad. And the way it makes me think about it even more, it's like, why? I was like, there's certain things. If you're going to do a movie based off of something with a very, 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 very powerful following, powerful, devoted fans, the number one thing you could do is to at least represent what it stands for in the adaptation. The Hobbit did that. Maybe gone too far. Do I admit those movies went a bit too far with how loyal they were with their source material? Maybe, but at least they were committing to something. At least they were committing to representing what the fan base and what the fans love. No, but again, but I was like, granted, I can't say I'm part for all the Hitman fans in the world because I'm not even the biggest one here. I'm just, it's like of the whole, like, this ecosystem of fans of Hitman are probably in a very, very minute corner right here that is like, hi, it's like, I like the games, they're fine, they're fun, I haven't played that much. Truth be told, and I'll stay with this. Because if I'm feeling, because I'm just, the only saving grace from this movie right now is the fact that I'm not the biggest fan of the franchise is the saving grace. And that's really not saying much. I think I'm getting too far ahead. I'll just end it pretty much right here. This movie is pretty terrible. It has there's a couple moments of CG where it's not bad. The action is pretty okay at times. The action is serviceable, I will say. It's like, as bad as it is, the action could be worse. I'll say that. The action could be worse. The performances by the certain side characters were just terrible. Zachary Quinto, completely wasted. In the end, I'm going to give Hitman Agent 47, I'll give it a 20%. And that is a game is enough said. In the end, that's my rating for this movie. And nothing more than I will say that then thank you for watching this, everyone, as always, and stick around for the future for more videos as always. Thank you till then, and I will see you in the future for more videos as always. Till then, Stay strong. This fucking movie. Bye.